Good morning, everybody. It's Monday morning. It's 6:30 a.m. It is time for the Monday morning coffee with Kyle and Ann. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
I am great. How are you?
I'm well. It was the most perfect weekend of weather we've had in a long time. I got to play tennis. It was fantastic. Yeah, outside. Woo-hoo.
I had buyers both days, and you know what? Properties are always prettier in warm sunshine, and outdoor spaces are always more glorious in warm sunshine. So it was a good showing day.
I was wondering if we had if open houses were well attended. In the area that I was in, everyone was out on their bike, running around doing outdoor things. So I sort of wonder if people attended a lot of open houses this week.
I only have one anecdotal piece of information to that question. And we went to one showing, and it was occurring during an open house. And I kind of glibly said to the listing agent, "Oh, I bet you're pretty quiet today." And he had said he'd already had 3 people through, and it was only 12:15 on an 11 to 1. So maybe people were out looking.
Excellent. Well, yeah. Good.
So everybody, today we are going to do 3 things. We're going to talk first about the market and what's going on in the market. And then we're going to go, as promised, to open houses. And we've been talking about how to find your dream home. We talked about how to use online searches, and then we talked about search alerts. Now we're going to talk about open houses as a tool for finding your dream home. Then after we talk about that, we're going to talk about some listings that are on the market that are noteworthy. So with that, Kyle, I'm going to turn it over to you to talk about.
Excellent. I've got today's stats. Hold on. Share screen. Application window. It's not pulling it up. Hold on. All right. Well, then maybe it's this one.
No.
No?
That one. That's it.
Did it work?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good.
There you go.
There we go. Hi, everyone. This is the hot sheet. So Ann and I, many weeks, will do a hot sheet. And we do different kinds of hot sheets. Today, I'm doing a what sells fast in Lincoln Park hot sheet. So I've got the last 7 days information about properties that have either gone under contract. Those are the ones that are called contingent, or the contracts are at a point where there are no contingencies left. That's pending. And then the close data, which shows what properties have closed in the last 7 days that went under contract in under 30 days. So that's my idea of what goes fast. And Ann and I study this information so that we can help sellers be effective in today's market. And because no one wants to sit on the market for 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. They want to sell it in under 30 days. So I try and study what people do. So looking at the closed, which means the ones that have actually already sold, if you'll look down here, it's got the list price and the sold price. One thing you'll notice is that every single property sold either at 100%, this one for $375, this condo on at 1931 West Diversey sold for 100% the list price, but they all sold in the high 90 percentile of recovering, their sold prices like 96, 97, 98, 99% of their list price. And what we find is that if you price it wrong, A, it'll take longer to sell, and B, you'll get, 60, 70, 80% of your list price. So the smart people, the people who sell fast, price it right, and price it to sell. So that's what we see from this. Now, I'm looking at what went on, because what's most relevant, the ones that sold went under contract in August and September. You know, that's a trailing indicator, the sold ones. But the contingent ones are the ones that went under contract in the last week. And just to give an example about this cute little, the least expensive $225 starter home in Lakeview, it's priced at $225. We're going to quickly look at can you see the pictures when I pull them up, Anne?
No, you need to share that screen.
Okay, so I'm going to sharing. How do I do that? Stop sharing, and then hold on, everyone. Sharing new, share screen. There we go. Did that pull it up? There we go. Does that
Make
help?
it big.
Make it big. Make it big. Oh, look at
There you
that.
go.
Okay. So but here are some things to notice. Notice how cleaned out everything is. Emptied. It looks almost like a model.
It's pristine.
Home. Pristine.
Pristine.
So the seller took time to make it look absolutely perfect for pictures. So that's one thing that they did.
Cute view of the lagoon there.
Nice. The second thing that they did, which I thought was intelligent, is look at all, which we do. Anne and I both do this. We get a fact sheet of everything that has to do with the home. And sorry.
Hello, Rufus.
Cat lost his mind. It's got everything to do with the home, the fact sheet, the floor plan, and the disclosures. I'm so sorry, Rufus. I'm now trying to escape. Can you kick me out of the share screen, madam? Can you hear me?
You're done. You're removed.
Okay, good. Alrighty, there we go.
Are you going?
There we go. And then
Wait a minute. You're sharing.
There we go.
Okay.
So, but for example, so the ones that we should expect that the ones that go under contract, that have gone under contract this week, will do the same thing. What are some of the insights you have, Anne, of the things that sell fast that are going on this week?
Well, as you said, they have to be ready. And not to belabor the point, but things have changed. In the old days, you'd take a listing, you would sign it up that day, you'd put it in the MLS, and then you'd get the photos, and then you'd get the documentation. Right now, we do a listing agreement that gives us the authority to start working on the seller's behalf, and then it may take 2 weeks, it may take a month to prepare that property for the market. And the seller has some things that they need to do. And we have the gathering of information and preparation that we need to do, because you're right. When we hit the market, we have to be ready.
Yep. So just some insights about what it takes to be successful in this market. And Anne had a listing, a townhouse that went under contract in 10 days. My house in Old Town went under contract in 21 days, 22 days. It's because we do the work and the sellers do the work to get them ready. So,
yep, absolutely. Okay. All right. Well, thank you. All right. Ready for the meat of the week? Let's look at today's topic. Can you see the screen there?
I sure can. Open houses and
finding your dream home.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as we said, we've been talking about finding your dream home. And today we're going to talk about open houses. So, Kyle, open houses. Great way to test drive the neighborhood and the property type, right?
Absolutely. And here's the thing. If you're starting to think about, we're going to first look at it from a buyer's perspective. If you're starting to think about, hey, I want to move, I want to see what's out there, the perfect way is to start going to open houses, see what's available in the what price range with near to what, because that'll help you think about your search. You're also going to discover all sorts of neighborhoods that never appealed to you before. And you'll discover that, wow, this is great. And it's at a better price point. So it's absolutely a great way to start the process.
Absolutely. So let's talk first about what to expect when you go to an open house. All right. So you are a buyer. You're thinking about buying a home. You say, oh, I see that the property in the neighborhood I'm dreaming of is open this weekend. So I'm going to go. Kyle, what would you suggest that they expect when they go to the open house?
Well, first of all, an open house will possibly, not always, but possibly be hosted by a broker who is not the broker for that particular listing. And sometimes they don't have all the information on that one, but the person who's hosting the open house is often doing so that they can become your broker when you search either for this house or another property.
Right.
So just have that as a little piece of information in your mind. You don't have to use them. You don't have to do any,
They're the host.
They're the host.
Think of them as your host, right? Or hostess. Now you're going to be asked to sign in.
Yeah, expect them to ask you to sign in, and please do sign in. In this time right now, especially with the pandemic going on, actually knowing who's going in and out of houses is it makes the broker feel better. It makes the seller feel better. You can make it clear you don't want them to contact you, but do them the courtesy of signing in with your contact details.
Absolutely. And both Kyle and I tell our clients, go ahead and say right from the get-go that you're working with us. And that's not going to offend them. It'll take some pressure off. They won't be trying to sell you and make you their client. Just use our names. If you don't have a real estate agent that's representing you at the time, just say to them, I'm looking right now. I prefer not to be contacted, and leave it at that. And don't be embarrassed, because you know what? We know that there are people coming through who are just in the information gathering stage of the home buying process. And so don't feel like you don't belong because you're not ready to buy tomorrow. That's why we like to have you there, is to help you learn. So, just be right up front and say, you know what, I'm just in the beginning stages and I have a few questions or whatever. So
absolutely. One of the things though, to little bit worry about is if the listing broker is there and you don't say you're working with another broker, they may assume that they're going to represent you in a dual agency situation on the sale of that house. And that is very rarely to your benefit, to have the broker for the seller represent you in the transaction that you're buying. It's very tricky. I personally don't we call this dual agency. I don't do it at all, because I would rather represent one, either the buyer or the seller, and I'd rather be clear about who I'm representing. And what are your thoughts on this?
No, yeah, as we said before, they're going to try to, get you to work with them. That's what newer agents do. But again, your goal is to learn about the property, not to interview agents. So anyway.
Another thing to expect is to be very respectful of the property. Expect to remove your shoes or wear booties. You'll expect to be not allowed in if you're not wearing a mask. You might want to bring gloves, or the person might provide them. It's all got to do with especially if the property's inhabited. It's the seller's comfort zone. So sometimes they feel better if people are just very careful about when they come in and keeping the place clean. So
right. So let's talk about how to make the most of your time when you're at the open house. First thing, ask questions. Ask questions about the property, ask questions about the neighborhood, ask questions about the property type. You can even ask questions about how did they come to this list price? You know, a good agent at an open house is going to be able to say, well, a property just like this one sold 2 doors down, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And that's part of your educational process. Maybe you have a question about, the townhouse and the association and how does the homeowners association work? What's included in the assessments? What kind of reserves? What kind of owner occupancy? Tell me about flat roofs and their maintenance, all that kind of stuff. Use it to your advantage.
And, some of the etiquette things that we'll say that are helpful. Saying positive things about the property does not hurt you in a negotiation, and it makes the seller feel better. So you do not need to show false negativity or poo-poo a property. Being positive, actually, if you decide you really like it, is helpful because it makes the agent and the seller want to work with you and want to continue to negotiate forward, not think, ooh, we've got a live one on the line. So don't worry about that.
Now, all the time, think that you might be on camera. This is the age of the nanny cam, folks. And they should be disclosing if there's a nanny cam on, but sometimes they don't. So just, don't touch things that don't belong to you. Look, of course, ask if you can open particular doors if they're shut, but just treat the home with respect.
And be prepared to leave when the open house is over, because the seller is probably planning to come back, and the agent may have another open house to do. So try not to come at the very end and expect to stay longer. That's just an etiquette thing.
Right. And most of all, just enjoy your time going through the homes and finding your dream home. So let's talk about sellers and what open houses mean to them.
One more thing. Can we go back one more thing? If you're our client and you go to open houses, tell us what you like, because it'll tell us more about what you're looking for. So give us your feedback from your open houses.
Right.
I've got a bunch of buyers who do that, and it really helps us find the house that they want in the long run. So
good point.
There you go.
Good point. Okay, sellers, tips for making the most of your open house. Signs.
Yes. Well,
signs are something I talk about with my sellers. Do you do that conversation, Kyle?
Are you talking about an open house sign?
Yeah.
I don't talk to them about it. Tell me why you talk to them about having an open house sign.
Well, because we live in a major urban market. And again, I hold an open house for people to come and look at it and potentially buy it. I don't do them trolling for buyers myself. Again, back to your point of dual agency.
Yes. Right. Yeah.
And my sellers, our average price point is probably in the 700 to $1 million range. And oftentimes we're holding open houses for $1.5 million or more. We don't want a bunch of looky-loos. So I'm not putting signs on every corner asking for John Doe to come into the open house. So I have the conversation with the seller. I'll put a discreet sign so that people who are made aware of the open house via the internet, who are seriously interested in learning about homes, to come through. But I don't want the guy that bought ice cream on the corner to be coming into the open house. Oh, which gets me to one other thing about open houses. And this should be, I'm backtracking to the etiquette of being a buyer at an open house. Please don't bring food and drink into open houses. And don't bring your dog.
No.
Don't bring, I have had them come in. And then you're put in a terrible position where it's like, do you bring the dog in? But that goes back to the signs too. People are walking their dogs and they go, oh, I see an open house sign. Let me go in and look, having no idea what the property is. They're a $300,000 buyer and this is a $1.5 million home, but they just want to look through with their dog. No, thank you.
Yeah, fair point. All
right. So anyway, back to so our number one job is to represent our sellers and to take care of the home. And so that's why I'm making that comment. So back to the sellers and open houses.
But wait, let's go back to the signs.
Yeah.
For the lower priced ones, absolutely. I think signs help because it makes
Yeah.
somebody who is sort of thinking about it do it. And there are a
Sure.
lot of people who can't, they've got a list of open houses and they can't really find it. And you might
Yes.
pick up somebody who's looking at other open houses and go, oh,
Right.
I'll go to this one too. But
That's
yes,
true.
go ahead.
That's true. All right. So, sellers, when you're getting ready for your open house, you need to prepare for the open house like you're preparing for photography, like you're preparing for a showing, which means clean. You want to go through the list, Kyle? You had a good list you put together.
Well, this is sort of this. It's hard. I feel bad that we have to say this. Clean the bathrooms and the kitchens.
Yes.
Empty the trash in every single room. There should be nothing in the garbage cans.
Right.
In the bathrooms, put the toilet seat down. Run the dishwasher right before the open house. There are two reasons for this. One, it won't smell like foods in the dishwasher.
Exactly.
And
right.
believe it or not, the dishwasher makes sort of a nice clean smell in the kitchen. So, hey, that's a good one. Same for a load of laundry. Run a load of laundry. Make sure you dry it. There's nothing that smells nicer than clean laundry.
Right.
I often tell people to put away the stuff that's on the coffee table. My coffee table has a ton of magazines and books and things and this and that. Put it away. We don't want the open house people distracted by what's going on in your home. We want them looking at it as if it could be their home. Right. And so we try and make it as clean and empty and as generic as possible.
Exactly right. All right. So listen to your broker about.
Wait. Can we go back to a couple things? Put away anything valuable. Put away anything valuable.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We are going to, when Ann and I run our open houses, we go with the people everywhere. But there are people things can be palmed, and I don't want you to feel like, oh, this happened. So just put the stuff away that's valuable and especially small. Keep going. Never mind. We've covered the other ones.
Listen to your broker about best day and time to host the open house.
Yes.
You may really want to go work out at 8:30 in the morning and have the open house then, but it's probably not the best time to hold the open house. Yeah. When you do hold the open house, though, skedaddle.
Yeah.
Run errands, take the dog for a walk. If you have a garage, get the car out of the garage so people can see how big it is. Rufus, I'm sorry, you can't stay home for the showings.
If you can, take the cat out, just to make sure nothing happens to a cat in the open house. Just put them in the cat carrier and drive to the park.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
And you expect that we will alert you as soon as the last person is out and we're closing up so that you can come home. So don't worry about that.
Very good. All right. Anything else?
One last thing for sellers that I didn't start with and I probably should have started with. Open houses are often the most effective tool in selling your home, especially the first several weeks on listing. The people often want their first view of your home to be in an open house so that they don't, there's some sort of reticence to setting a listing appointment, but they don't feel that way about an open house. So what I like to do when I list, and I'm going to be very interested in your view, is to go live with a listing on Thursday with we're open Saturday and Sunday from X to Y, come see it. That kind of energy for the first weekend of a listing.
Absolutely right. And both of our marketing plans are planned out such that we create excitement. We do all the marketing around those first open houses. And they work for a couple of reasons. Number one, you're going to get your most showings in the first 2 weeks. So it behooves the seller to get them in that first open house between 11 and 1, for example. So they're not having a 9 a.m., a noon, and a 4 p.m. showing that day by interested people. Let them rearrange their schedule and put it into a 2-hour window for the seller. It's just helpful for them. The other thing is sellers don't anticipate, and I always have to set the expectation, is they don't, when they get a showing, they get all excited. Oh, is this our buyer? Well, it could be an educational showing. It could be a buyer that's not going to an open house that set up a showing because they're trying to learn the marketplace.
Yeah.
It's much easier to get more people in during open houses if they're educational than to clean your whole house up for somebody who's just learning the market. It's going to happen. We're going to have educational showings, but the more we can minimize that, the more helpful it is for the seller.
Absolutely. I completely agree. And it will get the people who were attracted by the pictures, but who decide, oh, I didn't really like it. And that always disappoints a seller. So getting those people to come to the open house, then we're not disappointing the seller. At least they've come, seen it,
right,
and they come through. Now, a lot of people say, well, if they're really interested, they'll come, they'll set an appointment. And I don't really need to do an open house. I am not allowed personally to go to bring my car to the service station and get a loaner, because I will then buy a new car. I'm just not allowed to. I've said to myself, no. And I can't tell you how many times somebody goes to an open house not intending to buy, just for information, and ends up buying that house. Right. So do it. It is helpful. It is worth it. Do it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right.
All righty. That was helpful.
So if you have any, the other one last final point. If you're one of our clients and you want to be put on a search alert for open houses, just let us know and we will get you the open houses so that you can go. All right. We're going to change the topic now. I am going to share my screen with you and talk to you about, what did I do? Oh,
I see you. You're fine. There we go.
We're going to talk about West Loop Lofts. And the reason I wanted to do this today is I was showing them. And
tell us about them.
Well, lofts are sexy, aren't they? I mean, concrete lofts are nice because of sound, but timber lofts are just like so flippin' cool. I love them. And everybody is so into West Loop right now around the Fulton River District. And anyway, so I just wanted to show you 3 that I thought were fun. The first is an entry-level loft at 1301 West Madison. It's unit 513. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,100 square feet, includes parking with good assessments, $331, and taxes of $73.40.
Keep going down because I don't think we don't see the whole thing.
You don't.
Keep going. Pull it. There you go. Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
So now, like most lofts, you don't have enclosed bedrooms all the way. So, but you know what? In the time of COVID, this is a magnificent property because you've got one good-sized bedroom as an office. You got your master bedrooms. For a single or a couple, this could be a great property.
Wait, go back.
What? What are you looking at?
I don't like, these are the only windows. The windows in the living room.
Well, that's very typical of lofts. Now, just hold on.
All righty.
But you are in the hottest neighborhood of Chicago.
Hottest.
For minimum money. So here's the deal on this property. High ceilings. Look at it. You're in the shadow of Sears Tower.
Oh, beautiful.
Look how cute that is.
Darling.
Okay. Walnut stained hardwood floors throughout. 42-inch white cabinets. Okay. Granite counters, including island with breakfast bar, glass tile backsplash, stainless steel appliances. Wide living area with plenty of space for dining room table and great entertaining. Bathroom vanity with double bowl stainless sinks, soaking tub, and ceramic floor. Great closet space with Elfa shelving. Building has roof deck with fabulous city views. Here's one of the bedrooms here.
Nice hardwood floors. Look at that.
Yeah, they're beautiful. And there's your balcony and your view.
Beautiful.
So I'm just saying to get into something like that. Okay, now we're going to go to another one. Now, this is the cool thing about lofts too. It doesn't look that appealing from the outside, right? Oh, this is 924,000, but it's 2,400 square feet. It's got a little interior courtyard here.
Look at that.
Isn't that adorable? And here's that timber loft.
Look at that.
Isn't that fun? So this property is a top floor unit. Let's see.
Look at all that light and the treetop view. Oh, it looks beautiful.
Isn't that private roof deck? Designer lighting, smart haiku ceiling fans, and custom built-ins by Florenz. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. There's your roof deck. And there are a couple different areas on this roof deck that they've done. But it's close to Mary Bartlemy Park, Whole Foods, and the Yell. One garage parking space included, and it's in Skinner School District. Okay, this is the fun one. This is the one that I showed. I've shown this property twice. It's a little wackadoodle, but I am in love. Okay,
let's see. Because look, it's a very simple build. It's a very simple building.
Yes, very simple building.
Here we go.
Here's the floor plan.
Oh, wow.
So it's kind of didn't go very well.
Well, we can get a sense of it.
Okay, so you come in here, and it's a little odd. I would change the entry to down to here. Okay, so you come in here.
Yeah.
Actually, you come in here. There are two entrances. It's a combined unit. So you come in here, foyer. Here's this humongous living, dining, kitchen, which I'm going to show you in a second. And then there are two wings. You've got the master wing, and then you've got the bedroom wing. Okay, you ready?
Oh, wow.
So you've got these huge ceilings. Look at your views out your windows. Isn't that fun?
How is this thing not sold? Oh, my God. It's gorgeous.
You got a pool table. That's the thing about lofts, right? You can have a pool table in the middle of your living room. It's even got disco ball with a light on it. In this.
Where?
You can't see it right here.
Okay, I can't see it yet. Oh, wow.
Here's the master. I mean, it's a funky space, but it is so fun. Here's one of the kids' rooms. How cute is this? And this is an area where you walk up the stairs. This is like an 8-foot ceiling, but then you've got this fun lofted area above that you can like play video games and whatever, and it connects to the other bedroom. It's so cool.
Great.
And here's your roof deck with this view of the city. So isn't that fun? Okay.
That is a great one.
Yeah, that is.
How big is it? How many?
5,000 square feet.
Of course it is. It looks like 5,000. Yeah. That's a gorgeous one.
You asked me why it didn't sell?
Uh-oh.
It doesn't have parking attached. It has
attached or nearby? It has one nearby?
Nearby. But if a lot of people who are, if you're paying $2 million, you want attached parking. So, but for young people who are looking to live the big life, I thought that was a fabulous
$2 million.
That's right. Well, on a price per square foot basis, it's not, insane. So
we have big news.
Yes, we do.
News. Tell them make big news. We're moving from 6:30 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. next Monday, and that's where we'll be for a while.
Yeah, we've decided we have graduated. We're moving to the big time at 7:30 a.m.
because it's too dark at 6:30, so we're going to 7:30. So please join us then. Thank you for joining us now.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next week at 7:30. Bye-bye.
Bye.